Welcome back. America's mayor and the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, joins us once again. Welcome back, sir. I want to talk to you about COVID. I want to talk to you about Flynn. But first of all,
always a pleasure, Greg. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much. And, sir, first off, though, how is the president? I know you keep in touch. I'm not going to ask details about when and how.
The president is the most remarkable man I've ever met, I think. He deals with all this. I mean, I was just thinking today and talking about this, how he's gone through these last couple of years, accomplished so much, and it's almost as if he's being given it's like Job, but he's able to have brought our economy to the greatest position almost ever, pretty much straightened out a lot of our position in the world. Then he got hit with this, and we know he's going to take us back. I mean, he did it before. I don't see why he's not going to do it again. And for all the criticism, which is so unfair, he handled this novel virus, right? Novel means new. 3.5 months ago, 4 months ago, we didn't know what COVID-19 was. Well, we had to figure it out. We had to deal with it. We had to organize it. We had to come up with medications to save people's lives. And I know we have, because I've seen some of my friends' lives saved, and I've seen some lost.
Yeah.
And we're on our way, much faster than ever to a vaccine. There are viruses in which no vaccine has ever been found. Think of how long it took for HIV/AIDS, the whole AIDS thing to.
Mr. Mayor.
Took years. This was done in 3 months.
We're making incredible progress. You spent a lot of time with this president. I agree with you. It's incredible.
He's a remarkable man. I mean, we're very lucky to have him.
Beyond that,
what God had in store for us in these 4 years, I'm not sure many other men could have gone through this.
I don't think anyone else. And he does seem to have extraordinary endurance, energy. And you know how they point out presidents often get older in office. I think to the frustration of some in the media, that's not happening. You see that before, like, he's the same. He seems to be kind of becoming more vibrant. Have you noticed that?
I should be laughing, but it's remarkable. I mean, I remember, the Christmas right before, when we were going through the Mueller investigation, when he was sort of locked in the White House because they closed the government. And I would go visit him. And I would go visit him to cheer him up, thinking, oh, he's really sad. And he would cheer me up.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, as I pointed out to our viewers, and I'll remind them once again, you were mayor on September 11th, 2001. The months afterwards, the whole country recognized your leadership, and even your detractors, even the people who really didn't like you, had such respect, and they were so in awe that you said and did the right stuff. And this is true. This is a matter of history. I want to play for you a moment. This is earlier this week. This is Governor Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo.
If you do not rehire the same number of employees, give the money back. If you do not rehire the same number of employees, no government gift and bailout for you.
Now, we're going to give you the money, but we may take it back. If you don't do the right thing, we're going to take it back. He's been a little bit dictatorial, in my opinion. That's just what I'm picking up. What do you think?
Well, I think that given what I thought could happen with some of the Democratic governors and given some of the really terrible ones, I'm kind of okay with Cuomo and Newsom. I look at the one in Michigan. Oh, my God, the one in Virginia, who, had a minister arrested. And I would prefer less criticism and more cooperation, meaning from Andrew. But I'm okay with it, given the realities of the politics we deal with now. We've got some governors that they seem to be enjoying their dictatorial power and don't want to give it up. Look at the mayor in Chicago. She wants to arrest people for going out, and then she goes and gets a haircut. And then she says nobody else can. She's the only one who can have a haircut in Chicago. The guy in Virginia, that's the one who thinks you can kill babies. You get about a one-day period in which you can decide whether you want to keep your baby. Well, he gave a minister a criminal citation for having a Palm Sunday service with 12 people. 12 people.
Some of them
all
are
spread apart in a 255-person church.
Drunk
What
with
kind of
power.
lack of common sense is that? It's power. They get, I know this gets very philosophical, but Lord Acton, who had the great phrase, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. He also had another phrase, which is socialism always begets authoritarianism. And part of it is because they get control over your property. And once they get that, they want control over everything else. I think people who tend to be socialist in thinking, particularly the ones who are leaders, tend to be authoritarian. They think they're smarter than everybody else. We're the deplorables. They can tell us what to do. So we got to get our rights back pretty quickly. And I'm glad to see people are going to court now and winning a couple of these cases.
Again, for those who don't remember, and I wish you should check it out, read up on it, Mayor Giuliani in the aftermath of 9/11 was a time when we were truly united as a city and as a country. And I'm sorry that's not happening now. But once again, Mayor Giuliani, hey, everybody, check out his podcast, rudyscommonsense.com. rudyscommonsense.com.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of talking about Obamagate, Greg.
Oh, yeah?
I think this is going to be really big.
Hey, do me a favor.
I think this is going to be one of the major scandals in our history.
I got a favor to ask
when
you.
When this all rolls out, I think we got a real big scandal here.
I agree. I'm fascinated by it. And with that in mind, here's the favor I want to ask you. You represent the president. Could you give the president a message and tell him I really want him on this show soon? Okay.
He likes your show. I know that.
All right. Well, give him my best. Thank you. Mayor Giuliani, everybody. Take care.